What's going on, spiritual family? The third video of the day. God just keeps giving me these downloads, these new ideas. But in this video, I wanna talk to y'all about the reason y'all go through the things that y'all go through. Right? Hold on, let me pause for a little bit. Let me, just pause for a little bit. But the reason y'all go through the things that y'all go through is because God is allowing you to go through these things. God is allowing you to go through these things. Because what I've come to realize in my own life is that, and this goes back to the video that I recently, dropped, is that for the longest time, I've been living my life for me. I've been, basically doing what I want to do, trying to manifest on my own, trying to do all these things on my own, just to find out that I can't do it on my own. Because like I said, there's no such thing as self-made, right? So, hold on, there's water in the road. But, hold on. Hey. What's going on? But basically, God allows you to do these things because in order for you to realize that you do need him, because he gave us free will for a reason. He gave us free will for a reason. We were born into a sinful world. So the purpose of this whole thing is for us to realize that it's better to turn away from sin rather than turning away from God. Let me repeat that. The purpose of this whole thing is to realize that it's better to turn away from sin rather than turning away from God. Because sin does nothing for you. It only makes you fall deeper and deeper and deeper into that endless dark pit. The only way to come back out of that pit, come back out of that darkness, is to call out for God so he can throw down that rope and you can climb your way back out. Bro, this fly is really getting to me, bro. Bro, chill. Freaking fly, man. But yeah, see, it's stuff like that. Stuff like that. Distractions like that the enemy puts to distract you, bro. To distract you from the message. Yo, calm yourself down, bro. What are you doing? Like, oh my gosh. But the whole purpose of this whole thing is to realize that it's better to turn away from sin than turn away from God, because sin is only gonna, get you deeper and deeper and deeper into that endless dark pit. I'm gonna get my message out regardless of any type of distraction that they try to throw at me. But because God is the only way that you can get yourself back out. He's the only person that can throw down a rope, that can extend his arm to bring you back out. So the moment that you turn to him is the moment that you'll be saved and restored and redeemed. So God allows you to live your life the way you want to live your life, because he gave you that free will. He has no intention of forcing you to do anything. He's not going to force you to do anything. Because when you force somebody to do something, they're not going to do it of a willing heart. And most likely they're going to do it halfway. Because they don't really have the motivation to do it fully. They don't have the motivation to do it fully. You know what I mean? So when you live your life the way you want to live your life, and then you realize that you're unable to do it on your own, and you start leaning on God and trust in his design for your life, that's when, you'll start seeing the light. That's when you'll start seeing the light. That's when he can shine his light on you. You can glow just like this, So basically, it's just one of those things where it's better to lean on someone like that, rather than trying to lean on your own, because sometimes we don't have the strength to stand on our own. Sometimes we just don't have the strength to stand on our own. Sometimes we need that extra support. We need that extra support. And the only support that's sturdy enough to keep you up and keep you going is his support. It's God's support. So turn to God. Whatever you might be going through right now, turn to him. Start talking to him. Start praying to him. A lot of people out there are afraid to be in the position that I'm in. Unemployed, no relationship, barely any friends, But honestly, I've never felt so free in my life. This is the first real time in my life that I've ever felt this free. Leaning on God is the only time in my life that I've ever felt supported, that I ever felt like anything is possible. I continue to wear a smile. A lot of people, they come on social media and they wear a smile, but it's a fake smile. This is a real smile. This is a genuine smile. Reason why is because I know who I got in my corner. I know who I'm working with. I know what team I'm on, the winning team. You know what I mean? So reason why I wear this on, this is a representation of the team that I play for, So turn away from your sins and turn to God, and he'll give you everything that you deserve. He'll give you everything that you deserve, that is designed for you, that is meant for you. There is nothing else out here that can fulfill you the way that God can fulfill you. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why you might be going through the things that you're going through right now, because you're still leaning on your free will. You're still, living with your free will and thinking that your life can be fulfilled that way, and thinking that you know what you're doing when you don't. You have no idea what you're doing, because like I said in one of my previous videos, you can only see a few feet in front of you, but God, he can see miles and miles and miles in front of you. He already knows what's to come. He already knows what's on your path, because he made it. He made it. But the thing is, yes, he made it. Yes, he gave you free will. Yes, you're going to come through some obstacles. But the only way for you to overcome those obstacles is if you turn to God. Because he made it, so he already knows how to get around, over, and under it. He already knows the ins and outs. He knows everything that there is to be on your path. So that's the only way that you can live an easy life, is if you just let things come to you. Let God design your life. Let him give you everything that you deserve, everything that you want. Let him shine his light on you so that you can glow the way that I glow. Let him play for this team. Play for this team right here. That's the only way that you can get everything that you need. Like I said, God will never steer you wrong. And since I'm a man of God, I will never steer you wrong. There's a reason why I dropped 3 videos today, because God keeps giving me these downloads, this knowledge, this wisdom for me to share with y'all. Because I know a lot of y'all are going through things, and nobody goes through more than the chosen ones. There's a reason why we go through these things. There's a reason why we go through these things. Jesus went through these things. He was a chosen one. He was anointed. You know? So of course it makes sense that we're going to go through the same things. You understand? So, but all through his life on this earth, all through, you know, the torture and the disrespect, no matter what, he continued to turn to his Father. He continued to look towards his Father to make the right decisions, to go on the right path. You know, he continued to look towards him. And never did he turn his back. Never did he turn his back from any of it. So at the end of the day, it's like, yes, he went through these things. Yes, he was tortured. Yes, he was disrespected. Yes, he was spit on. Yes, he was, you know what I mean, crucified. But no matter what, he continued to turn to his Father. He continued to turn to God, no matter what. There's a reason why he was able to feed 5,000 with, you know, I think it was 4 loaves of bread and 2 fish. There's a reason why he was able to do these things, because he continued to have faith in his Father. He continued to trust in him. So we all need to follow his example. We all need to look at him for inspiration and live our way the way that he lived his life. Live our life the way that he lived his life. You know? And yes, it's hard. Yes, it's hard because nobody's perfect. That's the number one thing I'll continue to say in my videos. Nobody is perfect. We were born in a sinful life. And if you've already engaged in sin and are trying to turn your life to God now, especially if you're the age that I'm at, 22, and you've already done things, especially when it comes to sexual sin, sometimes it's tempting to go back to that. But the moment you start having these urges, get down on your knees and start praying. Start praying to God for that strength that you need to overcome that, to overcome those lustful thoughts, to remove those, you know, lustful eyes. Start praying to him to remove these things so that you can continue focusing on what he needs you to focus on, so you can continue to live your life the way that he wants you to live your life. All right? This is most likely going to be my last video of the day, but I just wanted to get this out because when I start having these thoughts, when I start having these downloads and these ideas, I want to make sure that I get it down and, you know, turn the camera on and start rolling so I get it out as soon as possible. You know, so it might be times where I might drop like 5 videos a day, you know, because my mind is always filled with all these different ideas and all these different things, you know. So again, stay blessed, stay prayed up, lean on God for your support, trust his design, you know, and let's try our best to follow Jesus' example. Let's continue to turn towards our Father. Let's turn away from this sinful life, and let's live a good one. Because like I said, the life that he has designed for you is gonna be a good one. You know what I mean? So have a blessed day, y'all. Peace and love. Mr. Eden out.